system sometimes respects nobody. So we approach and fight at all levels that we can as a political party. So that's what I can say to that. Then the question to say, do you have capacity to ferry people? I was actually liaising with our national secretary here, and he was saying, as soon as you were saying, do you have the capacity, he was just whispering to me that we have. I mean, such is the determination that we have as a political party. We feel that, these Zimbabweans need to have the right to exercise their democratic right to vote. After all, they are not in these countries out of will. It's simply because we've got a collapsed economic system, we've got a repressive regime which is not creating jobs despite, lying to the nation that they are doing so. So people are going out there to look for greener pastures. So when it comes to these important democratic processes that ensure that as a nation we build our democracy, it's important to engage them. So as a political party, we are working with the diasporans themselves to make sure that they contribute to the budgetary requirements of them coming in to register to vote. So yes, I can safely say to you, we are working with diasporans, we are working with fellow Zimbabweans in this country who are determined to ensure that they come to vote. And so I can safely say, above everything, we have the commitment and the zeal to make sure that it is done. And then the question to say your programs have been urban-centered. Are you going rural? And with what programs? Our rural programs already, we have our rural programs lined up, which are coming up even this week. Is it next week? I think it's next week, right? They are coming up next week. We've got the women's health care fair programs, some youth programs that we are starting in rural areas. Most of what we've been doing have been like prototype launches in the capital. But now these are then moving to other areas. We are launching our Bulawayo cleanup campaign very soon. And then we are also moving to other cities with the cleanup campaigns. And also the healthcare fair, we are also taking it to other rural communities as well as other urban areas. So what we've been doing is most of the programs we've started have been a launch. So we've been carefully thinking through those programs, and now we are confident and sure of exactly how we want to move. And this is what we are doing. So the programs are not only urban. We are moving, we're a national political party with structures in all the provinces of our country. So everyone in those provinces who belong to Transform Zimbabwe have been really building up to make sure that we successfully move with those programs in the rest of the country. The question to say, what was it? It was what on success? What electoral reforms?
Yes, to say what they've so far not yielded positive results.
Okay, all right, good. You have fought for electoral reforms before, and so far you have not been successful. That's one of your conclusions probably. But let me say, I would not say as the opposition we have failed on this fight for electoral reform. You see, BVR itself, the fact that government is reluctantly implementing BVR, is not because they want to. It's because it's one of the electoral reforms we have requested for. So in that respect, you can actually see that there has been some movement. But that movement has been coming as a result of quite some fighting, honestly. So we are fully still aware that we need to keep fighting. We need to keep pushing, and we need to keep fighting in the streets. I mean, NERA now, you can actually safely say NERA is now one of the main blocks of opposition political parties whose voice is heard in this country. And it has been because of our fight for electoral reform. So we continue to hope, even against hope, that we can keep on fighting for electoral reform and ensure that we have electoral reforms before 2018. But as I've said right at the beginning of this press conference, we don't put our eggs in one basket, dealing with a repressive regime like we have in this country. We come up with multiple strategies and multiple formulas, in a matrix, which we try to implement one after the other. We've been using the courts. We have been getting into the streets. We've been signing petitions. We've been doing all these things to make sure that we achieve electoral reform, which we feel we need. We absolutely need electoral reform to ensure a free and fair election in this country. And we equally are aware that it's not going to be easy. So yes, we are fighting for electoral reform, and we absolutely believe that it is possible to achieve some basic electoral reforms that we need before election. Lastly, let me say, BVR is not the solution to the challenges we have in this country. It's not the sole solution. We understand that, you know, we have a crisis of voter intimidation, we have a crisis of, you know, violence, you know, and all these things that have been happening in our country. We are aware we still need to confront these things before the election. So we are not only focusing on BVR, we are also focusing on the other things that we need to do to make sure that we achieve a free and fair election which can deliver democracy in this country. Thank you very much.